Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Fadul, and today we're diving deep into the viral TikTok trend called Fibermaxxing. You want to stick around if you care about gut health, heart health, and learning the right approach to fiber. Over 90% of Americans don't get enough fiber, so yes, most people should get more. There's a ton of hype out there, but I want to give you the facts and bust some myths so you can make smart choices when it comes to fiber in your diet. Let's dive in. So fiber helps your heart, digestion, and even lowers diabetes risk. In one study, folks who met their fiber goals had a 20 to 30% lower chance of developing type 2 diabetes. Fibermaxxing means cramming as much fiber as possible into every snack and meal. Oats for breakfast, chia seeds in yogurt bowls, extra beans and veggies at lunch, plus supplements on top of all of that. Fibermaxxing is about intentionally eating as much fiber as possible and structuring every meal and snack to be packed with a diverse range of fiber sources. TikTokers say more fiber means better gut health, instant weight loss, and even protection against colon cancer. Sounds awesome, right? But more isn't always better. What makes Fibermaxxing different from routine high fiber advice? Regular advice says eat fruits, veggies, and grains and aim for about 25 to 38 grams daily. Fibermaxxing is like turning the dial way past max, sometimes aiming for 50 or 100 grams, often by tossing whatever is trendy into your food. Here's what many Fibermaxxers don't talk about. When you suddenly overload your system with fiber, you might feel bloated, that uncomfortable, full balloon feeling. That's your digestive system protesting the sudden influx of extra fiber with bloating, which creates that uncomfortable, distended feeling in your abdomen. Extra fiber gives your gut bacteria a workout, causing serious gas and sometimes embarrassing moments. Gas production typically increases as the gut bacteria work overtime to process this unexpected fiber influx, leading to a lot of extra gas. Then your bowel movements may become unpredictable, with some people experiencing constipation while others develop diarrhea, depending on their unique digestive system and the types of fiber consumed. In rare cases, eating too much fiber too fast, especially without enough water, can actually block your intestines. That's a medical emergency with symptoms like severe pain, vomiting, and fever. If that ever happens, you need to seek help right away. The digestive side effects you experience depend mostly on the type of fiber you're consuming and its source, as in whether it's coming from food or as a supplement. Understanding these differences can help you make smarter choices when increasing your fiber intake. There are two main types of fiber you need to understand. The first is soluble fiber, which dissolves in water to form a gel-like substance. Soluble fiber tends to cause less immediate discomfort but can lead to more gas production. This happens because soluble fiber is more readily fermented by gut bacteria, which produces gas as a byproduct. Foods like oats, apples, and beans contain high amounts of soluble fiber and may cause more gas and bloating initially, but these symptoms often improve as your digestive system adapts. Insoluble fiber is the second form you should understand. Insoluble fiber doesn't dissolve in water, hence the name, and it adds bulk to your stool, which is the main benefit. It can cause more issues and discomfort if increased too quickly though. This type of fiber may lead to more severe bloating, cramping, and even constipation if you don't drink enough water with it. However, insoluble fiber typically causes less gas production than soluble fiber since it isn't fermented as extensively by gut bacteria. When comparing whole foods versus supplements, the side effects can differ substantially. Fiber from whole foods comes packaged with water, nutrients, and a mix of fiber types that your body can process more gradually. Fiber supplements, on the other hand, deliver a concentrated dose that can overwhelm your digestive system, potentially causing more severe bloating, gas, and abdominal pain and discomfort. Additionally, fiber supplements lack the beneficial nutrients found in whole foods, which may contribute to a less balanced digestive response. The take-home point here is that it is always better to get your fiber from a balanced diet than to overload on supplements. There's more than one kind of fiber, and different sources make a big difference. Each type of fiber offers distinct health benefits, working in different ways to support your overall well-being. Understanding these differences helps explain why a varied fiber intake is so important. Soluble fiber absorbs water in the digestive tract, forming a gel-like substance that slows digestion. This slower digestive process helps regulate blood sugar levels by preventing rapid spikes after meals, making it particularly beneficial for people with diabetes or those at risk of that. Soluble fiber also binds to cholesterol in your digestive system and carries it out of your body, potentially lowering your LDL or bad cholesterol levels and reducing heart disease risk. Foods rich in soluble fiber include oats, barley, fruits like apples and oranges, and legumes such as beans and lentils. An apple a day does keep the doctor away, right? For more information about heart health, please check out my video. Insoluble fiber, by contrast, doesn't dissolve in water but adds bulk to your stool and speeds up the passage of food through your digestive system. This helps prevent constipation and promotes regular bowel movements. Insoluble fiber also supports colon health by reducing the time potential carcinogens spend in contact with intestinal walls. You'll find insoluble fiber in whole grains, wheat, nuts, seeds, and the skins of fruits and vegetables. Prebiotic fiber serves as food for the beneficial bacteria in your gut microbiome. When these good bacteria ferment prebiotic fibers, they produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which reduce inflammation in your intestines and strengthens your immune system. Prebiotic fibers have been linked to improved gut barrier function, enhanced mineral absorption, particularly calcium, and even potential mental health benefits through the gut-brain connection. Common sources of prebiotic fiber include garlic, onions, leeks, asparagus, bananas, and chicory root. To learn more about your microbiome and why it's so important to your overall health and well-being, check out my video linked here. Just like you wouldn't eat only one vitamin, you shouldn't rely on only one fiber source. Each fiber type feeds different bacteria colonies in your gut, making your microbiome strong and resilient. The latest research shows combining different fibers creates extra anti-inflammatory effects and supports better immune function and overall health. Guidelines suggest getting about twice as much insoluble fiber as soluble fiber. The American Heart Association and other health organizations recommend a total fiber intake of about 25 grams for women and 38 grams for men. However, most Americans consume only about half this amount, highlighting a significant nutritional gap. Rather than focusing exclusively on specific fiber types, I encourage my patients to eat a wide variety of fiber-rich foods throughout the day, including whole grains, legumes, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. This naturally provides a beneficial mix of soluble, insoluble, and prebiotic fibers. Now, getting all that fiber into your system is a really bad idea if you don't get enough water with it. Fiber and water are BFFs for digestive health. One simply cannot work effectively without the other. Proper hydration is often the missing piece in the Fibermaxxing trend. For soluble fiber, water is obviously necessary for it to dissolve and form the gel-like substance that slows digestion and helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol levels. Without adequate hydration, this fiber can't do its job and may instead cause constipation. For insoluble fiber, water helps this type of fiber add bulk to stool and move it through the digestive tract more efficiently. When you eat insoluble fiber without enough water, it can actually worsen constipation rather than relieve it, creating hard, difficult to pass stools. This is why many people are surprised when increasing fiber initially makes their constipation much worse. They either don't understand or don't value the hydration piece. Water also assists in breaking down food and transporting nutrients throughout your digestive system. It helps soften stool, making it easier to pass and preventing the straining that can lead to hemorrhoids and other complications. Additionally, proper hydration supports the beneficial bacteria in your gut that ferment fiber, enhancing the production of healthy byproducts like short-chain fatty acids. As a general guideline, aim to drink at least 8 to 10 cups of water daily when increasing your fiber intake. You may need more if you're very active or live in a hot climate like Phoenix, or are eating high amounts of fiber, i.e. Fibermaxxing. A practical tip I give my patients is to drink a full glass of water with each high fiber meal or snack, and to carry a reusable water bottle throughout the day as a reminder to stay hydrated. The take-home point here is that soluble fiber needs water to do its magic. Insoluble fiber needs water to keep things moving. Now, how can you get started safely? The American Heart Association recommends 5 to 6 servings of fruit and vegetables daily. I think patients should aim for 2 vegetables for each fruit they take in. The keys to make this work for you are to increase your fiber intake slowly and to spread these sources of fiber throughout your day. Based on my clinical experience and the scientific evidence, here are 2 practical, sustainable approaches to increasing your fiber intake without overwhelming your digestive system. Gradually increase fiber intake over several weeks. The key word here is gradually. Instead of jumping from a low fiber diet to 30 grams per day, increase your intake by just 3 to 5 grams per week. This gives your digestive system time to adapt and reduce uncomfortable side effects like bloating and gas. A practical way to implement this is to add just 1 new high fiber food to your daily routine each week, such as switching from white to whole grain bread or adding a serving of beans to your lunch. The next approach is to avoid having all your fiber in one sitting. Add a little bit of fiber to every meal and snack using whole foods you enjoy. Consistency is key for both digestive comfort and forming lasting habits. Rather than having one extremely high fiber meal per day, which can cause a lot of stomach issues, Spread out your fiber intake throughout the day by including at least one fiber-rich food at each meal and snack. Focus on foods you genuinely enjoy to make this sustainable. For breakfast, add berries and ground flaxseed to your oatmeal or yogurt. That's what I do. For lunch, include a side salad with your sandwich or add extra vegetables to your soup. For dinner, swap white rice for brown rice or quinoa and ensure half your plate contains vegetables. For snacks, choose fruit with nuts, hummus with vegetables, or air pop popcorn. Your kids will definitely love that. This approach not only makes increasing fiber more manageable for your digestive system, but also creates eating patterns you can maintain long term. So now you understand the different fiber types and you're committed to getting a good variety in your diet. The question I get asked often is what's better, getting fiber from whole foods or using supplements to hit your daily goal? Many of you might be thinking that it's hard to maintain your habits and have that variety every single day, especially if you travel. It's normal to want the convenience of supplements. I strongly advocate for obtaining fiber primarily from whole foods rather than these supplements. While supplements can help bridge nutritional gaps, whole food sources of fiber offer a lot of advantages that simply cannot be replicated in pill or powder form. Whole foods provide a complex matrix of nutrients that work synergistically with fiber. When you eat an apple, you're not just getting fiber, you're also getting vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and phytochemicals that support overall health and enhance the benefits of the fiber itself. These components work together in ways that isolated supplements cannot do by itself. Fiber from whole foods comes in a natural mix of soluble, insoluble, and prebiotic types, providing balanced benefits for digestive health, blood sugar control, cholesterol management, and gut microbiome support. Supplements typically contain just one type of isolated fiber, missing the comprehensive benefits of this natural diversity. Research consistently shows stronger health outcomes associated with fiber from whole foods compared to supplements. Epidemiological studies have found that high intake of dietary fiber from whole foods is linked to lower risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and certain cancers, while the evidence for similar benefits from fiber supplements is less consistent. Whole foods also provide a greater feeling of fullness that helps with appetite control and weight management. The physical act of chewing fiber-rich foods combined with their water content and volume creates greater satisfaction than swallowing a fiber supplement with water. Additionally, fiber supplements can sometimes cause more severe digestive side effects than gradually increasing fiber through whole foods. The concentrated nature of supplements can overwhelm the digestive system, leading to bloating, gas, and abdominal discomfort. That said, fiber supplements can serve as a useful adjunct for people struggling to meet their fiber needs through diet alone, particularly during transitional periods or for those with specific medical conditions. However, they should ideally complement rather than replace fiber from whole food sources. An approach I take with my patients is actually related to juicing. You should never really drink your calories, but for my patients who insist on it, I encourage them to take a psyllium husk supplement along with the juice. This will help prevent sugar spikes. I will link some options both here and in the description below. Overall, my strong suggestion is to eat the fruit entirely so you get all the nutrients and fiber in combination with the sugar, but people have their indulgences and it's better to create a system for yourself you will actually follow. So in summary, whole foods almost always win. When you eat an apple, you get a mix of fibers plus water, vitamins, and antioxidants. Your body digests them more easily and your gut bacteria are happier. Supplements can help if you fall short, but you shouldn't replace a balanced diet. Plus, supplements are more likely to cause bloating and discomfort, especially when you go overboard. So what's the final verdict? Fiber is awesome, but there's no magic number where more is always better. Focus on gradual increases, variety, hydration, and getting fiber from whole foods. The result, happier digestion, more energy, lower disease risk, and a gut microbiome that thrives. If you're fiber curious, start slow, listen to your body, and remember the most important advice. Fiber is best enjoyed as part of a balanced diet, not in extremes. Thank you for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and comment with your favorite high fiber meals, and let me know what myths you want to see me debunk next. If you're interested in becoming a patient, you're always welcome to join my practice at Bespoke Concierge MD. We can help tailor a holistic approach to your heart and gut health, which is always the best approach. Stay smart, stay healthy, and see you in the next video.